My beloved child, I am here. Before you even opened your eyes this morning, before your heart began to beat in rhythm with a new day, I was already beside you. I have been waiting, not impatiently, but lovingly, for this moment when you would sit still enough to listen, to let my voice reach you beyond the noise of this world. I am not far from you. I am not hidden. I am not silent. I am speaking now to you personally, and what I am about to tell you is not small. It will be huge for you, if you let my words enter your heart. You have wondered lately, God, do you see me? Do you still have a plan for me? You may have carried many years, many burdens, many moments that have tested your faith. You may have seen joy fade into sorrow, health into weakness, certainty into confusion. And sometimes, in the quiet of the night, when the world is still, your heart whispers, Lord, do you remember me? Yes, my child, I remember you. I have never forgotten you. I have held every tear that has fallen from your eyes. Every sigh you have released in loneliness or worry has reached me. Even the prayers you thought were too small to matter, I heard them all. There is not a single day of your life that I have not watched over you. There is not a single heartbeat I have not known. You have often looked back and said, why did that happen, Lord? Why did I have to walk through such pain? And I say to you now, every valley you crossed, every loss you endured, every unanswered question carried purpose. Some things you understood later, some things you still do not, but I have woven all of them into a greater design. You see only the threads that hurt, but I see the tapestry. You see moments, but I see eternity. My beloved, I want you to understand something deep today. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Not a single day. Not a single moment of struggle. Even the times you thought you had failed me, I was still working through them, shaping you, teaching you, preparing you for what is to come. You may feel that your best days are behind you, that your energy has faded, that you have less to offer the world now. But I tell you, what I am about to do in your life will be greater than what has been. This will be huge for you, because it is not about your strength, but about mine. I am not finished with you. The world may have slowed around you, but my plans for you have not stopped. The breath that I placed within you still carries purpose. You are still part of my divine story. You are still the vessel through which my light will shine. And in the coming days, I will awaken something within you that has been sleeping, a renewed faith, a deeper peace, a joy that does not fade with age. Do not look back with regret, and do not look ahead with fear. I am here in this moment with you. The past is covered by my mercy, and the future is held in my hands. Right now, what I want is your heart, open, soft, ready to listen, because I am about to move in ways you did not expect. You may think your life is ordinary, but I specialize in turning ordinary lives into extraordinary stories of grace. My child, you have carried many burdens alone. You have been strong for others. You have smiled when your heart was breaking. You have given love even when you felt empty inside. You have stayed faithful even when you could not see the reason, and I say to you, I have seen all of it. Every act of kindness, every silent prayer, every effort to forgive when it was hard. I have counted them as treasures in heaven. You may not realize how precious your quiet faithfulness has been to me. When others gave up, you held on. When others complained, you whispered, Lord, I trust you. Now, I am about to reward that faith. But before I do, I want to remind you who you are. You are not forgotten. You are not too old, too weak, too tired, or too late. You are still my child. You are still chosen. You are still loved beyond measure. When I formed you in your mother's womb, I already saw this very day. I saw your face, your journey, your struggles, and I said, this one will be mine. So do not believe the lie that says your time is over. As long as you have breath, your story continues, and your story still carries my power. I am preparing to do something new in you, something that will renew your spirit, something that will heal what has been broken for years, something that will bring peace to your heart like the gentle dawn after a long night. I know you have faced losses. People you loved deeply are no longer beside you. Sometimes you sit in silence and remember the voices, the laughter, the warmth that once filled your days, and it feels as though part of you left with them. But my beloved, they are not lost to me. They are with me, safe, whole, filled with joy beyond what your mind can imagine. And you, too, are walking toward that same joy. But until then, I have work for you to do, gentle, beautiful work that will bless others around you. Perhaps it is through your words, your prayers, your example, or your kindness. Perhaps it is through your patience, your wisdom, your ability to comfort those who are struggling. You may not realize it, but people still look at you and see light. They see peace in your face, strength in your faith. You have become a living message of hope for others who have almost given up. And that is why the enemy has tried to discourage you, because he fears the quiet power that shines from a soul who refuses to stop believing. But I am about to lift that weight from you. I am about to break chains that have held you for years, chains of fear, guilt, worry, and regret. You do not have to carry them anymore. Give them to me. I want you to release them right now, wherever you are. Whisper their names, every fear, every failure, every pain, and place them in my hands, because what I am preparing for you requires open hands, not burdened ones. Yes, my child, I am calling you into something new. This will be huge for you, not because it will make you rich or famous, but because it will fill your heart with peace. You will begin to see your days differently. You will wake up with gratitude again. You will feel the warmth of my presence in ways you have not felt in years. The heaviness will lift, the loneliness will fade, and you will say, Lord, you were with me all along. Do not rush what I am doing. Growth in my kingdom is gentle, like the opening of a flower at sunrise. You will notice it quietly, steadily. The peace will come first, then joy will follow, then strength will rise again. You will feel me in your prayers, in your thoughts, even in the simplest moments. A soft wind, a bird's song, the laughter of a child, the kindness of a stranger. All of these will be reminders that I am here, that I have always been here, and that you are deeply, endlessly loved. You may think you are listening to these words by chance, but nothing with me happens by chance. I drew you here. I wanted you to hear this now, at this very moment in your life, because your heart was ready. And I am saying to you, prepare yourself, for I am about to bless you in ways that will surprise you. What is coming will be good, not because you earned it, but because I am good. So rest now in my presence. Let these words sink deeply into your soul. You are safe here. You are loved here. You are seen here. You are not forgotten, and you never will be. Now breathe, my child, and know, this is the beginning of something beautiful. This is the beginning of your renewal. This is the beginning of what I have prepared for you long before you even knew to ask. And as you continue to listen, I will take you deeper. There are things I want to show you, truths that will heal old wounds, restore lost joy, and strengthen your faith like never before. Stay close, for I am not finished speaking. Now that your heart has opened and your soul has grown quiet before me, let us go deeper together. There are things I want to remind you of, truths that you may have known once, but have forgotten under the weight of worry and time. I do not come to scold you. I come to remind you that you are mine, and that every step you have taken, every tear you have shed, every prayer you have whispered in the dark, has been seen, heard, and held in my hands. There are moments in life when you look around and say, Lord, what has my life truly meant? You see the days that have passed, the years that seem to have slipped through your fingers like sand, and you wonder if it all mattered. You look at the younger ones running, building, achieving, while you sit in the stillness of quieter days, and a small voice whispers, my time is over. But my dear child, that voice is not mine, that whisper is not truth, for as long as you have breath, you have purpose. As long as your heart beats, I still have work to do through you. You see, the world measures value in youth, in strength, in what can be seen and counted. But I, your father, measure value in love, in faith, in quiet endurance, in the strength it takes to keep believing when nothing seems to change. You may not stand on great stages or travel far distances anymore, but you carry something that the world cannot replace: wisdom born of suffering, faith refined by time, love that has weathered storms. That is precious to me. When I look at you, I do not see what the world sees. I do not see wrinkles or weakness or passing years. I see a soul that has walked through valleys and still sings. I see a heart that has been broken but still loves. I see one who has faced disappointment but still lifts their eyes to heaven. That is beauty in my sight. That is strength beyond measure. And that is why I still have plans for you. Do you remember, my child, the times you thought you would never make it through? The dark nights when you cried out, "Lord, I can't do this any more." The mornings when you rose despite your pain and said, "I will keep going." Each of those moments became a prayer, a testimony, a seed planted in the soil of your faith. You may not realize it, but those seeds have begun to bloom. The peace you sometimes feel now, the calm that settles after the storm, is the fruit of those seeds. Your life is not a series of random events. It is a carefully written story. There were chapters of joy, chapters of pain, chapters of waiting, and chapters of renewal. Some pages were stained with tears, but those tears were holy. They softened the ground of your heart so that compassion could grow. You have become tender in ways you were not before. You understand now what others feel because you have walked the same road. That is how I prepare my children for their purpose, through experience, through struggle, through the slow, patient shaping of the soul. You may ask, Lord, why did it have to be so hard? And I say to you, hardness has a hidden grace. When the clay is soft, I can mold it. When the gold is refined by fire, it shines. I have never allowed pain to enter your life without weaving it into something good. There were things you could not learn in ease: patience, humility, deep compassion, and trust that does not depend on visible signs. Those things are the treasures of the soul, and you have gathered them over time. Look at how far you've come, my child. There were days you thought your faith was gone. Yet here you are, still listening, still seeking, still believing. That, in itself, is a miracle. I am proud of you. Yes, I say this with all my heart. I am proud of you because you have endured. You have kept the flame of faith burning even when the wind of life tried to blow it out. You have believed when you could not see. And though you may feel small, your faith has moved mountains that you do not even know about. There are people whose lives you have touched without realizing it. A kind word you spoke years ago still echoes in someone's heart. A prayer you whispered for a loved one still protects them today. A gesture of forgiveness you offered has healed a wound you may never see. That is how my love works through you. It flows quietly, gently, yet powerfully. Nothing you do in love is ever lost. I know sometimes you feel alone. You look around and see fewer faces than before. The house is quieter, the phone rings less, and sometimes the silence feels heavy. But you are never truly alone. I am in the quiet with you. When you sit by the window and think of days gone by, I am beside you, smiling softly, remembering those days with you. When you feel a sudden warmth in your heart, that is me reminding you that you are loved. Do not fear the passing of time. Time is not your enemy. It is my servant. It carries you closer to me. The years that pass are not stolen. They are steps bringing you toward eternal joy. Each wrinkle on your hands, each silver hair, is a mark of grace, a testimony that you have lived, learned, and loved. You have seen my faithfulness again and again, and if I have carried you this far, do you think I will stop now? No, my child. I will carry you to the end, and then beyond the end into the life that never ends. Let your heart rest in that promise. You are not fading. You are ripening. You are not forgotten. You are being perfected. You are not near the end, you are nearing fulfillment. for the work I began in you long ago is almost complete. I am polishing you like a jewel, so that when you stand before me, you will shine with the light of all you have endured and all you have loved. Sometimes you ask, Lord, why do I still wake up each day? What more is there for me to do? And I answer, you are here because I still want to speak through you. There are hearts near you that still need comfort. There are souls who need your wisdom, your gentleness, your example. You do not have to preach or perform grand deeds. Just be who you are, a quiet light in a world that has forgotten how to listen. When you smile at a stranger, when you share a story of faith, when you pray for those who are struggling, you are doing my work. I have placed my peace within you for a reason. You have known storms, and because you have survived them, you can now calm others when their storms arise. You can say, I have been there, and God carried me through. That is your ministry now, to carry my presence wherever you go. Your words, your kindness, your very presence can bring comfort that sermons cannot. You are my living testimony that I am faithful, that I do not abandon those who trust me. And so I tell you, my beloved child, cherish these days. Do not wish them away. These are holy days. These are the golden hours of your life, when your spirit is closest to eternity, when your prayers carry more weight than ever before. You may not realize it, but when you pray now, heaven listens with special tenderness. You speak from a heart seasoned by time, purified by trials, softened by love, and such prayers rise like incense before me. Do not compare your life to what it once was. Do not mourn what you can no longer do. Rejoice in what you still can. Love, forgive, pray, bless. Those are the greatest works of all. And in those quiet acts of love you will find me again and again. Now, my dear one, rest your thoughts. Breathe deeply. Feel my peace filling the room around you. You are exactly where you need to be. Everything that has happened, every road you've walked, every person you've met, it all has led you here, to this moment of stillness with me. And I am saying to you, you are precious, you are chosen, you are mine. Stay with me a little longer, for I am not done speaking. Soon I will lift you with words of encouragement and promise. The heaviness will lift, and your heart will know joy again. Now let your heart open even wider, for I am about to fill it with hope. You have walked through the valleys, and you have learned how to stand in the shadows without losing your light. But now I want you to lift your eyes, because the dawn is coming. The things that once felt heavy will begin to lose their power over you. The sadness that seemed endless will begin to melt away. The fear that used to whisper in your ear will grow quiet, because I, your God, am breathing new life into you. You have wondered many times, Lord, will things ever change for me? And I say to you now, yes, my child, they will. Change begins not outside of you, but within you. It begins when you let my love wash over you like sunlight after a long storm. It begins when you trust again, when you believe that even now, I can still surprise you with goodness. You may think it is too late, but I tell you, it is never too late for me. I can restore years that you thought were lost. I can bring joy into places where sorrow has lived for too long. You may not see how it can happen, but I do. I already see the path unfolding. I see the moments ahead where you will smile for no reason, when peace will visit your heart like an old friend. I see the people I will send into your life, some to bless you, others for you to bless. I see prayers that you thought were forgotten rising again before me, now ready to be answered in ways that will make you say, Lord, you truly heard me all along. So do not give up. Do not close your heart. Even if you are tired, even if your body feels weak, let your spirit stay alive with hope. Every breath you take is a gift. Every new day is an opportunity for grace to unfold. You are still here because there are still blessings waiting for you to receive them. I know that sometimes you feel as if your strength is fading. You look at what you can no longer do, and it hurts. You see others moving faster, achieving more, living lives that seem fuller. and you quietly wonder if you have been left behind. But listen to me, my precious one. You are not left behind. You are being carried forward in a gentler way. My grace is not measured in activity, but in presence. You are now in the season of peace, where your greatest work is not to strive, but to rest in me, to love those around you, and to reflect my light with quiet strength. I am proud of the way you have endured. I am proud of how you have loved, even when love was not returned. I am proud of how you have forgiven, even when it hurt. I am proud of how you have kept believing, even when your prayers seemed unanswered. That kind of faith shakes heaven. That kind of faith draws angels near to you. Do not think that your prayers have been ignored. Some prayers are answered immediately. Others are answered slowly because they are shaping you in the waiting. And some are answered in ways you cannot see yet, through the lives of those you prayed for, through moments you will only understand when you look back. But every prayer spoken from love and faith reaches my heart. Not one word is ever lost. My dear one, I know your heart sometimes aches for the people you love, for your children, your family, your friends. You see them walk paths that worry you. You wish you could protect them, guide them, fix their pain. And sometimes you feel helpless, but you are not helpless. You are powerful in prayer. Your prayers for them are like warm blankets that wrap around their souls. Even when they do not listen to your words, they are still touched by your faith. Never stop praying for them. I am working through those prayers even now. Do not say, I am too old to make a difference. I can do more through your prayer in one quiet moment than through all the noise of the world. I can use your words, your stories, your love, to reach hearts that would never be touched otherwise. There are people who need your peace, your steady spirit, your gentle wisdom. You are my living message to them that faith endures, that love remains, that hope never dies. And I want you to know this. When you wake each morning, even on days when you feel weary, I am right there beside you. I watch over you as you rise, as you move, as you breathe. You do not walk through your days alone. I walk with you in every step, and even when your body grows weak, your spirit is still strong because I live within you. Yes, I live within you. My spirit, my peace, my presence. It all dwells in you. That is why you can face anything. That is why you have survived storms that should have broken you. You have me inside you, whispering, "Do not fear, my child, I am with you. And I will be with you until your last breath, and even beyond that, when your eyes open to eternal light." But until that day, I want you to live. Not just survive, but truly live again, laugh again, hope again, enjoy the little things again. Let yourself see beauty in small moments. A sunrise, a kind word, a memory that warms your heart. These are my gifts to you. When you notice them, you notice me. When you sit by the window and feel the sunlight on your face, that warmth is my touch. When you hear a familiar song that brings tears to your eyes, that is my reminder that I was with you then, and I am with you now. When someone smiles at you unexpectedly, that is my love reaching you through another soul. Let your heart stay open to my surprises. I am not done blessing you. I still have plans that will bring joy to your days. You may not travel far, but I will bring grace right where you are. I will fill your home, your thoughts, your moments with peace that cannot be taken away. I know life has not always been easy for you. There were times when you lost things you thought you could never live without. People, dreams, moments. But I tell you now, I never took anything from you without preparing something new. You may not have seen it yet, but nothing good is ever truly lost in me. Everything that was good and true and beautiful will one day be restored, made whole again in my eternal love. So take heart, my beloved. Lift your eyes again. Do not dwell in sadness. The story is not over. You have more to give, more to experience, more love to share. The world still needs the light inside you. There are hearts waiting for the comfort only you can bring. There are moments waiting to be filled with your prayers, your smile, your kindness. And when the days feel long or the nights feel empty, remember this: I am your strength. You are never too weak for me to carry. When you cannot walk, I hold you. When you cannot see the way, I guide you. When you cannot speak, I understand your silence. Every time you say, Lord, help me, I am already helping. Every time you whisper, Lord, I trust you, I draw nearer. Every time you say, Lord, I still believe, heaven rejoices. You are doing well, my child. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. You are walking at the pace of my love. Do not rush. Do not compare. Do not fear. You are enough. You have done enough, and you are deeply loved. Soon you will begin to see signs of renewal, doors opening, prayers answered, hearts healed. I will surprise you with peace in places that used to bring pain. I will turn memories that once brought tears into reminders of my faithfulness. I will make beauty grow where there was once loss. Yes, my beloved, you are entering a season of new beginnings. Do not doubt it, even if it comes quietly. Like spring after a long winter, it will unfold slowly but surely. You will wake one day and realize that your heart feels lighter. That will be me healing you from the inside out. Now breathe, my child. You are safe. You are seen. You are loved more than words can ever tell. Hold on to that truth. It will carry you through whatever lies ahead. And now, as we move forward, I will speak to you with deeper guidance, words that will protect your heart and prepare your spirit for what is coming. Listen closely, for I will tell you not only of blessings but of wisdom, of what to guard against, and how to walk safely in my light. Now that your heart has been lifted with encouragement and filled with new hope, I must speak to you as a loving father speaks to the child he treasures most. These are words of care, not of fear. These are words that come from the same heart that created you, nurtured you, and has watched over you through every season of your life. Listen closely, for what I am about to tell you will protect your peace and guide your steps in the days to come. You live in a world that often tries to pull your attention away from me. It is filled with noise, confusion, and distractions that whisper lies into hearts. The world says, you must be strong on your own. I say, you are strongest when you lean on me. The world says, you must have more, achieve more, be more. I say, you already are enough because you are mine. The world says, time is running out. I say, all time is in my hands. Do not let the voices of the world drown out the whisper of my spirit within you. There are many who shout loudly, promising happiness, offering false peace, and urging you to chase after empty things. But true peace is not found in possessions or in praise. It is found in my presence. It is found when you come to me with a quiet heart and say, Lord, you are all I need. Guard your heart, my child. There are things that look harmless but slowly steal your peace. Be careful what you allow into your thoughts. The world fills the mind with fear, anger, and worry, but my spirit fills it with gentleness, patience, and love. When you feel restless or anxious, do not look to the world for comfort. Look to me. Turn off the noise, silence the distractions, and come sit with me. In that stillness, you will find strength. Be gentle with yourself, too. Do not let guilt or regret live in your heart. The enemy loves to remind you of your mistakes, to make you feel unworthy of my love. But every time he points to your past, I point to the cross. There, every sin was paid for. There, every chain was broken. When you accepted my forgiveness, your past lost its power to define you. So do not keep revisiting what I have already erased. Live in the freedom I have given you. My beloved, be careful also not to let bitterness take root in your soul. You have been hurt before, I know that. You have been disappointed by people you trusted, and sometimes you still carry those wounds. But I tell you this, holding on to bitterness will only weigh you down. Forgive, even when it feels impossible. Forgive, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. When you release others into my hands, you make space for me to heal your heart. And when you forgive, do not be afraid to let go. Sometimes people drift away, and it hurts. You wonder why certain relationships ended, why certain doors closed. But not every loss is a punishment. Some are protection. I remove what would harm your peace. I closed doors that would lead you away from me. So when life changes unexpectedly, trust that I am still guiding you. I know the road ahead, even when you do not. My child, I want to speak to you also about faith in these uncertain times. There will be moments when the world seems darker, when you hear news that troubles your heart. But I remind you, do not be afraid. I have told you before that darkness cannot overcome the light. You are not meant to live in fear. You are meant to live in faith. When fear knocks at your door, answer it with my promises. Say aloud, "The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want." Speak my word until your spirit remembers that I am still in control. There will be temptations, even subtle ones, to doubt my goodness. You may look at the world and say, "Lord, where are you?" But I am always near. Even when evil seems loud, my grace is louder. Even when things look uncertain, my plan is unshaken. You must learn to look not with your eyes, but with your faith. Faith will show you what the eyes cannot see. My hand working quietly behind the scenes, turning what was meant for harm into good. Be wise about what you listen to, my child. Not every voice that speaks in my name is truly of me. Test everything by love, by truth, by peace. I will never lead you into fear or division. My words always bring clarity, never confusion. My spirit always draws you closer to compassion, never pride. If what you hear does not reflect love, it is not from me. I also want to remind you to guard your joy. The enemy cannot steal your salvation, but he tries to steal your joy, because joy is strength. He does this by filling your mind with worries about the future, by making you dwell on what you cannot control. But you do not need to know everything. You only need to trust me. Worry will not add a single hour to your life, but peace will fill every moment with grace. So when you feel the weight of anxiety pressing on your heart, stop and say, "Lord, I give this to you." Each time you hand me your worry, I will hand you peace. Each time you surrender control, I will give you rest. You are never meant to carry everything. That is why I said, "Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest." Rest is not laziness. It is holy trust. My beloved, I must also warn you about one more thing, the temptation to despair. The enemy loves to whisper, "It's too late. Nothing will ever change. You have wasted your time." But those are lies. As long as I am with you, it is never too late. You are never too old, too weak, or too far gone. My power works best in weakness. My grace flows most freely in humility. I delight in bringing beauty out of brokenness. So do not let despair dwell in you even for a moment. Instead, fill your heart with gratitude. Thank me each day for something small, a sunrise, a meal, a kind word. Gratitude keeps your spirit awake. It turns ordinary days into holy ground. When you live with gratitude, you begin to see me in everything. You begin to realize that I have never stopped blessing you. Remember also to love those around you while you still can. Speak gently, forgive quickly, and cherish often. Do not hold back words of kindness. Do not wait to tell someone you love them. Life is fragile, but love is eternal. The love you give now will live on long after you are gone, echoing in the hearts of those you've touched. My child, I know the world can seem frightening at times. You hear of wars, disasters, and hatred, but do not let your heart grow cold. When the world becomes darker, your light must shine brighter. Even the smallest candle can push back great darkness. You are that light. You shine not by your own power, but by mine. Keep believing, keep loving, keep praying. Every prayer you whisper is a light that pierces the night. Do not lose hope. Hope is not a weak wish. It is the anchor of your soul. Hope says, God is not finished yet. And I am not finished. With you, with your family, with this world. I am still writing the story, and I promise the ending will be glorious. So walk carefully, but not fearfully. Be gentle, but also brave. Keep your faith alive, not by great acts, but by small daily trust. And whenever you feel lost or uncertain, return to me in prayer. I will guide you. I will never let you go astray if your heart stays open to my love. And now, my precious one, As you listen and rest in these words, prepare your heart for what comes next. I will not leave you with warning alone, but with a promise, with strength, blessing, and peace that will remain with you always. The next part of my message will not only comfort you, but fill you with renewed courage and deep assurance that I am walking with you every moment, even to the end of your days. My beloved child, now rest your heart and listen closely to me. I have spoken to you with truth, with warning, and with tenderness. I have reminded you of the love that never fades, the grace that never ends, and the light that never goes out. Now I want to fill your soul with peace, the kind of peace the world cannot give, the peace that comes only from my presence. Come near to me now, not with fear, but with trust. Lay aside your worries, your plans, and your thoughts for a while. Imagine that you are resting in my arms. Feel my love surrounding you like a warm and gentle light. You are safe here. You are home here. Nothing in this world can separate you from my love. Not time, not distance, not sin, not even death. For you belong to me, and I will never let you go. From the moment you were born, I have walked beside you. Even when you did not notice me, I was there when you took your first breath, when you cried in pain, when you laughed in joy, when you stumbled and fell. I was there when others misunderstood you, when your heart was heavy, when your tears fell in secret. Every sigh of your soul has reached my heart. Every time you whispered, "Lord, help me," I heard you. And I want you to know this. I have never been disappointed in you. You may have failed at times, but I have never stopped loving you. You may have wandered, but I have always waited with open arms. You may have doubted, but I have never turned away. My love is not fragile, it is eternal. It does not depend on your perfection. It depends on my promise. You have spent so much of your life trying to be strong, trying to do everything right. But I did not create you to carry every burden alone. I created you to walk with me. When you are weak, I am strong. When you fall, I lift you. When you weep, I comfort you. My grace is not earned, it is freely given. So do not be afraid to rest in me. Rest is not a sign of failure. It is the place where your heart learns to trust. The world tells you to keep running, to keep striving, to keep achieving, but I tell you, be still and know that I am God. Stillness is not emptiness, it is the doorway to my presence. When you slow down and let your heart be quiet, you begin to feel me again. You begin to hear my voice gently whispering, "I am here, you are loved, you are enough." My child, I want you to look at your life not with regret, but with gratitude. Every moment, even the painful ones, has been part of my work in you. Every tear has watered seeds of wisdom. Every struggle has strengthened your soul. You may not understand everything now, but one day you will see that nothing was wasted. I use even your brokenness to create beauty. I use even your failures to teach you mercy. You are not the same person you were years ago, and that is my grace at work. You have learned compassion, patience, and faith through the storms you faced. Do not curse the storms that shaped you. They brought you closer to me. What you thought would break you became the very thing that deepened your faith. I have turned your pain into purpose and your weakness into witness. And now I call you to live the rest of your days not in fear, but in love. Love deeply, forgive freely, and give generously. When you love others, you are loving me. When you forgive, you open the door for healing. When you give, you reflect my heart. Do not worry about how much you can do. Just do it with love. Even a small act of kindness, done with a sincere heart, shines brighter than 1,000 empty words. Do not compare yourself to others. Each of my children has a unique path. Some walk quickly, others slowly. Some carry visible burdens, others silent ones. I see them all. I know their stories. You do not need to be like anyone else. You only need to be who I created you to be, a light in your own corner of the world, a gentle voice of hope where there is despair, a reflection of my love wherever you go. And when you feel weary, come to me again and again. I will renew your strength. I will give you courage when you face new challenges. When your body feels weak, let your spirit grow strong in me. When your days feel long, Remember that every step brings you closer to your true home, where there will be no more pain, no more tears, no more goodbyes. Heaven is not a distant dream. It is your eternal home prepared by my own hands. There you will see me face to face. There every question will be answered. There every sorrow will be forgotten. There you will finally understand the fullness of my love, a love so deep that it carried you through every valley and lifted you to every mountaintop. But until that day comes, live with hope. Be a light for others who walk in darkness. Speak life where there is despair. Bring peace where there is conflict. You do not need to be perfect to make a difference. You just need to be willing. Each smile you share, each prayer you whisper, each hand you hold, these are sacred acts that echo in eternity. When you wake each morning, say, Lord, thank you for another day to love. When you lie down at night, say, Lord, thank you for staying with me. Gratitude turns ordinary days into holy ones. It opens your eyes to see me in everything, the laughter of a child, the warmth of the sun, the gentle breeze that touches your face. All these are signs of my nearness. And remember, my child, that nothing can separate you from my love. Not your past, not your fears, not even death itself. When your journey on earth ends, it will not be the end. It will be your beginning, the moment you awaken fully into the light of my presence. I will be there, waiting for you with open arms, saying, Welcome home, my beloved. You are safe now. You are whole. You are mine forever. So do not fear the future. Do not fear growing older. Each day brings you closer to the joy I have prepared for you. Keep walking in love. Keep trusting in me. Keep your heart open to my voice. And when you doubt, when you stumble, when you grow tired, simply whisper, Father, I'm here. And you will feel my peace wash over you once more. You are my child, and I am your God. I have loved you with an everlasting love, and I will never stop loving you. My blessing rests upon you now. Peace in your heart, strength in your spirit, light in your path, and joy in your soul. Go forward with courage, for you do not walk alone. I am with you always, yesterday, today, and forever. Amen.